Hello, all you big, beautiful souls out there. I am wanting to come talk to you today just quickly, and this is not going to be a long video, but it's a very important one. Aralamb has been bringing up to people in sessions something that he is calling the great falling away. What this truly means for people is that there's this sort of sense, regardless of where you are on the path spiritually. If you are a long time spiritual traveler, if you are someone who is new to thinking about your soul, looking at your life, looking at spirit, regardless of where you are on the path, right now on earth, everything is changing so incredibly quickly. And Aralamb had started talking to me about this in about 2017, something that he was calling the great falling away. Now, how this is showing up for people today, particularly, is that you can wake up on any given morning with this very strange sense of unease about the idea that something has happened to you overnight. And this is wherever you are on the planet, right? You literally wake up with this feeling of something has happened, and I can't put my finger on what it is, but I feel as though something has been lost or shifted or moved. And this is what Aralamb refers to as the sort of great falling away. So I just am going to let him speak to you for a few minutes about this. Aralamb speaking. Welcome to all of you. The reason that I want to talk about what I'm going to call the energetic great falling away is because, as Melissa said, in about 2017 Earth time, energetically and physically, everything old, everything that does not support the shift has begun to fall away. Now, it can be with you personally, it can be other human beings in your life, it can be societies, it can be businesses, it can be political parties, it can be medical issues, it can be everything that has been before. The other reason why this feeling of things falling away is so strangely articulate for people right now is that the true history of humanity on this planet has been so well hidden from those souls who are in the lifetime now where you sit. So there's so much ancient information coming up about eons past, and that's going to continue. But what happens is, as the reality of who you are as a soul, what world system you've been living in, as that starts to become brought into the light, it requires that who you believe you are and how you believe the world is must fall away. Meaning your reality changes in such a way that you can no longer believe the old scenario. And here's the issue with that. Still Aralamb speaking. The old scenario is very often what you've grown into this lifetime with. It's comfortable. It's what you know. It is lunch every Sunday at the same restaurant. It is the car that you've driven. It is the place that you've lived. It's the religion you've been a part of. It's all of those things that make you feel safe and committed within the lifetime. And what's happening now all across the universe, but particularly on Earth, is that much of the old scaffolding, I will say the spiritual and the physical scaffolding of this world and this lifetime, are beginning to come down. The powers that be also are no longer taking care of keeping the facade believable for the masses. They are no longer taking care of the scaffolding in such a way that it remains safe and comfortable for everyone living within it. Hear me when I say this to all of you, because you are all listening to this. You are all phenomenal souls. You will be fine. But what you must begin to do is you must begin to concrete your relationship with the creation, the creator, God for you. You must continue to create and concrete that growth and that commitment that you have. You also must let go of all of those things, people, issues that begin to pull away or fall away in your reality. When I say let go, I do not mean let go of family members. I don't mean that. What I'm saying is let go of your expectation that your world is going to remain the same. Now, I also say hold on to your heritage. Hold on to those things that you know concretely are positive for you, because much in the world is trying to fall away. It may show up for you in many, many different ways, but understand me as well when I say this. Still Aralamb speaking. The great falling away has to happen in order for Earth to move forward and upward in frequency, not only physically, but spiritually, right? The great falling away is that dark time before the lights all come on and all will be known. So keep that in your mind. Don't panic. Understand that where you are in your world right now is exactly where you're meant to be. And move forward knowing that creation is real. Your connection with creation is real. Your soul is real, and you are a powerful individual. Okay, so I'm going to say, before I end this today, the great falling away, as he calls it, I have to tell you, from my point of view, I wake up on many, many mornings feeling as though, okay, what has fallen away while I have been unconsciously sleeping or not sleeping sometimes, right? The energy feels different today. Everything seems upside down today. People are noticing changes in the sky. People are noticing changes in the areas around them geographically. People are noticing changes in the energy of those around them. But as Aralamb says, this is not the time to panic or feel alone in this, because oftentimes, too, the message that Aralamb always brings in is share with your loved ones, talk with others, be a community. We are all on this ball, this planet, and we're all in this universe, and we're all moving together. So none of us are ever alone. And sometimes when you get into fear at all, you can feel very alone with what you're noticing. And what I'll do now is, if I notice something has fallen away from me, meaning I'll see that something is no longer working the way it should, or I'll see that some society out there, some group of people, or something I used to rely on that I enjoyed, or I enjoyed doing, or gave me security has somehow fallen away, I'll say to my husband, I noticed this fall. I think this has fallen away. And 9 times out of 10, he'll say, something? I hadn't thought about that, but I think you're right. So if you have friends, if you have family members, don't be alone in these thoughts. Don't be alone when you're noticing these changes, because let me say to you, in session after session after session, these changes are real. So you're not crazy. You're not losing your mind. You are in one of the most pivotal times in the history of this planet, and you're here now because you're meant to be. You're here now because you're a huge soul, and I thank you for this time, and I will be back with you. Thank you so much.